Thank you so much, sir.
Good to see you. Chaliye. We start.
So, with your permission, I will kick it off. Honorable Minister Sindhya ji, Honorable Minister General V.K. Singh ji, Honorable Secretary Mr. Bansal, Honorable Joint Secretary Madam Usha Padi, family, friends, fellow travelers, partners, I want to extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you. This is an extremely auspicious occasion. This is an occasion we've dreamt about for a long time, and it's great to see this occasion actually come to fruition. It's been a long time that we've had this airline on a piece of paper in our hearts, in our minds, and it's absolutely wonderful to be able to translate this from that to hopefully very, very satisfied customers. It is great to serve our nation. It is great to help Indians chase their dreams. It is wonderful to continue to democratize air travel. It is wonderful to be the transportation links that every economy needs to grow. We're so happy to be a part of India. We're so happy to be a part of India's growth and future. And we're extremely grateful and thankful for all of you that you are part of not just Akasa's history, but the history of Indian aviation. This is the first time in about 8 years that we've had a new Indian registered livery on a jet aircraft. It's been a long time coming. It's also the first time in a very, very long time that we've got a professionally run, professionally owned airline. This is a sector which is highly regulated, as it should be. This is a sector that is very capital intensive. And I just wanted to say that we live in an India where professionals, career professionals like myself and a number of our fellow founders can actually dream of creating an airline in a highly regulated, capital-intensive industry and see this day where we're actually launching it. So this is the India that we live in, and I'm thankful for that.
Honorable Minister, I must thank you because, they say India has a very, very bad bureaucracy, but the cooperation that the Ministry of Civil Aviation has given us is unbelievable. Nowhere in the world is an airline conceived and launched in 12 months. Nowhere in the world. That, in 12, we conceived an airline. Normally, a child is born in 9 months. We took 12 months. And it would not have been possible without the cooperation of the Ministry of Civil Aviation.
So with this, if I can request the honorable ministers and dignitaries in Delhi to help with the lamp lighting, we will simultaneously do the lamp lighting here. Prakash, if I can come and get your assistance with the lamp lighting. Rekha, if I can get your assistance as well. Ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. Come.
No, it's okay.
Thank you. Come, we'll have you like the last one. Yeah.
Come.
Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nilu, if I can request the presentation of our flowers to the honorable ministers, please, and Madam Joint Secretary and Madam Secretary. Thank you. Nilu, if I can also request you, sorry for sitting down, but we will hand over the ceremonial boarding passes next. to the Honorable Minister Sindhya ji and the Honorable Minister General V.K. Singh ji. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. It's an honor to have you have our first ceremonial boarding passes. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And now we have a pre-recorded message from the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis ji. We will play that recorded message right now.
Namaskar. India is currently considered as the third largest domestic civil aviation market in the world. Aviation is the fastest growing industry in India and is going to have strategic impact on the overall economy of the nation. Under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, the Ministry of Civil Aviation has already initiated a number of actions which have started showing the results. India's growing economy and expanding population will fuel strong demand for commercial flights, driving the need for an estimated 1,000 new airplanes in India over the next 20 years. Maharashtra is progressing swiftly towards all-round development of aviation industry in the state. The vision of the state government is to make Maharashtra a preferred investment destination for aviation in India with a focus on creating cost-effective aviation infrastructure, seamless regional air connectivity, and a sustainable aviation ecosystem. On this backdrop, it is praiseworthy that Akasa Airlines is launching its newest commercial airlines in India today. I congratulate Shri Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji, the founder of the Akasa Air, and the team Akasa for this initiative. I really wish I could be present physically to witness this milestone moment, but I have to be at Delhi for a meeting chaired by Honorable Prime Minister Sir. It's commendable that Akasa Air's network strategy is focused on establishing a strong pan-India presence and providing linkages from metro to tier 2 and tier 3 cities across the country, while the airline plans to be cost competitive, having superior customer service and an employee-centric culture will surely make it one of the successful airlines in India. I extend my best wishes to Akasa Air and wish them a great success in their future initiatives. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra. Namaskar. India is currently considered.
Thank you so much for that, the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis ji. If I could now extend a welcome and request the Honorable Minister General V.K. Singh ji to address us, that would be wonderful.
The guiding force of our ministry, Minister Jyotiraj Sindhya ji, present here in Delhi, our Secretary Rajiv Bansal ji, our Joint Secretary Usha Padi ji, present also from Akasa, co-founder and SVP Corporate Affairs Neelu Khatri ji, and in Mumbai, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji, Mrs. Rekha Jhunjhunwala ji, and Vinay Dubey ji. It's a great occasion when a new airline starts flying in the skies in India, and with a very appropriate name, Akasa. May you rule the skies and create a history in the aviation market of India. We wish you all the very best, and I'm sure in the coming days we will see not only what Devendra Fadnavis ji said, but we will also see a great amount of superior services which will ensure that all others strive to catch up to you. With all the best wishes, thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your good wishes.
Sir, we have already made an impact. Indigo has ordered new chairs. We've changed the game. Indigo has ordered new chairs. Seeing our chairs, they've ordered new chairs.
Sir, Honorable Minister Scindia ji, if I could ask you to say a few words, please, that would be wonderful.
Seated here with me, my respected colleague, General V.K. Singh Sahib, Secretary Civil Aviation Rajiv Bansal ji, over in Bombay, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji, who has always been, I think, the one word that describes him aptly in terms of his lifespan is innovation. And we have seen that in today's function as well. Mrs. Rekha Jhunjhunwala ji, Vinay Dubey ji, seated here with me, my additional secretary, my joint secretary, Usha Padi ji, Neelu Khatri ji, and all the family and friends joining us at Mumbai Airport for this extremely important and, if I may say, landmark function in the history of civil aviation in India. हिंदी में पुरानी कहावत है कि अंधेरी रात के बाद एक उज्जवल सुबह की शुरुआत होती है. And this indeed is a new dawn, a new awakening for the civil aviation sector in India in many ways than one. This sector across the world has been through a very trying time over the last decade or two. Many black swan events that have turned the fate of this industry globally. And so too in India, where this was a sector which once saw a plethora of new entrants, new entrepreneurs, new ideas. Over the past decade has unfortunately been witness to the closure of many a visionary airline. And therefore, when I say that it's a new dawn, a new beginning, and how apt to have this function on a Sunday morning at a crisp 9 a.m. time period, which heralds the new dawn in many ways for our sector in India. I must congratulate Rakesh ji, Vinay Dubey ji, for their vision, for their innovation, for their steadfastness of purpose. As Rakesh ji says, creation, human or otherwise, takes fortitude, time, patience, steadfastness of purpose. And we've seen that on your behalf over the last 12 months as you have first presented the idea of a new airline, and today we are truly seeing what its name foretells, Akasa, touching the skies. And I think your slogan that it is your sky to every consumer is extremely apt. So on this day, I'd like to congratulate you. Also, it's because of the foresightedness and the visionary goal and zeal of Prime Minister Narendra Modi that we've truly seen in India for the first time the democratization of civil aviation. हिंदी में कहावत है कि लोकतांत्रिकरण नागर विमानन क्षेत्र का हम लोग अब देख रहे हैं. Earlier, it was an area, an industry which was considered very elitist for the 0.001% of our 130 crore population. But his dream, his vision of हवाई चप्पल उड़ने वाला पहनने वाला भी हवाई जहाज में उड़ पाए and उड़े देश का आम नागरिक. You've seen a transformation over the last 8 years in terms of accessibility, availability and affordability and inclusion in the civil aviation sector as we have never seen before. And therefore, in this new environment, I'd like to welcome Akasa Airlines, and I'm very confident that in an industry which is the third biggest in the world, in an industry which is growing at the second fastest rate in the world, in India, in the coming days, Akasa Air will certainly make a very, very important mark in terms of not only market share, but also customer service and customer sat. We have in the last 8 years literally transformed the civil aviation sector under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Under Udan, we have 425 new routes, aiming to touch 1,000 routes, 68 new airports, aiming to touch 100 airports in another year and a half. And mind you, this is a sector which has the highest potential, either in the form of investment, where the multiplier effect for every 100 rupees worth of investment is 325, and the employment multiplier for every 100 direct jobs created, 625 indirect jobs are created. And this is an area sector which has galloped ahead in the last 8 years, from a total civil aviation traffic per annum of 6 crores today, pre-COVID almost 14.4 crores. And it is our forecast internally, and I'm sure Akasa will be a strong pillar in that growth. In the next 4 years, we're looking at 40 crore travelers through civil aviation in India. And very soon the day is not far where, along with the pillars of road transport and rail transport, civil aviation will become the bulwark of the transportation sector in India in the days to come. Today's flight is an important landmark flight. It connects the financial capital of our country with, if you will, the Manchester of India. And both these states have a very strong underpinning in India's growth story. We have a strong concentration of flight connectivity in both these areas. I've just inaugurated the new airport in Keshod a couple of months ago. We are putting in 2 new green airfield airports in Gujarat, in Dholera for 1,300 crores and Hirasar for 1,405 crores, which will entail close to 53 lakh new passengers. Mumbai itself is going to get a new airport in the form of Navi Mumbai. And I'm very confident that these 2 states will form a very strong underpinning to India's civil aviation story in the days to come. Akasa too is got a very ambitious plan in place. You're planning to grow in the next 5 years to 72 aircraft. And I'm very confident that the single, double and triple routes that I'm seeing on the calendar today, very soon in the near future, will dot every single part of India in your kaleidoscope of connectivity. And therefore, today, I'd like to wish you all the very best. I'd like to wish Akasa in its new beginning, a new dawn, a new growth opportunity, a new customer value proposition. All the very best in the days to come. Congratulations. Fly high, fly safe, and rule the skies. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for those words of inspiration. Thank you so much for everything that the ministry is doing, not just to make Akasa possible, but as you said, to continue the democratization of air travel, to continue the infrastructure links that underpin the growth of any economy. We are eternally grateful and thankful. And again, thank you so much for your words of inspiration. Thank you so much for your words of luck for all of us. If I could request a formal flagging off from yourself, sir, and General V.K. Singhji. And then after the formal flagging off, if I could request Secretary Bansal to give the final vote of thanks for this ceremony. So on the count of 3, for an on-time departure, 3, 2, 1, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Honorable Secretary Bansal, if I could ask you to say a few words, please, to close this wonderful ceremony.
Honorable Union Minister for Civil Aviation, respected Honorable Minister of State for Civil Aviation, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji, Vinay Dubey, who are with us from Bombay, and my colleague Usha and Neelu from Akasa, who's here with us. It is indeed really a landmark and a momentous day for all of us in the civil aviation sector. We are seeing the birth of a new airline, and we are very confident that with this addition to our domestic airline fraternity, there will be new standards, new benchmarks for customer service, and new opportunities for customers in the country. We, in the civil aviation, under the leadership of our ministers, have been guiding the growth of our civil aviation sector in the post-pandemic area. In the post-pandemic time, we have grown steadily, and we are very confident that in the coming years, growth will be our hallmark. And you are adding to the growth of our sector, and we wish you good luck, Godspeed, and keep flying high. Thank you to all of us who are here in this room with us, and to all in Bombay who have made this event successful. I can see Prakash Tulsiani ji from the Mumbai airport. Thank you for making this event successful, and good luck, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Honorable Ministers, Secretary and Joint Secretary. We really appreciate it. And now we take your leave for an on-time departure with your blessings. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. We would request all of you to board the flight. We've got a 10:05 departure for which we need to be boarded and seated well before that. We'd like our first flight to take off on time. I wish everyone a good flight. I will see you all on board. We will fly safe and see you at the other end. Thank you all very much. Thank you.